You guys have to love what Shiba Inu is doing right now. It's very quietly behind the scenes, slowly and steadily making these rises to the upside. We have seen very few red days in the last 2 weeks, and Shib continues to set higher highs, which is a great sign. And I want to show you guys something that actually surged 100% for Shiba Inu in just the last 3 weeks. We need to talk about actually what they're trying to do this weekend in the crypto market. And we need to talk about what Shib is fighting against right now. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button. That bell is free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. You know, believe it or not, right now, there is not a whole lot standing in the way of Shib and the crypto market. Now, that being said, we're into the weekend. It's a Saturday. This weekend is probably going to be lower volume than what we were seeing over the course of the week. Most days during the week, we were seeing, $200+ billion in daily trading volume across the crypto market. Right now, 182 billion. I would expect this to probably be somewhere around 140 billion, 120 billion, 160, somewhere in that range. But what I will say is that Shib has done a great job of staying very active. $600 million in daily trading volume. Guys, Shib is looking more and more now like an asset that belongs around these ranges. And I don't mean it didn't belong before. What I mean is that we're having heightened levels of activity. If you guys remember, a lot of what we were seeing was just people hoarding their Shiba Inu, and all we were seeing volume-wise was some smaller people capitulating and new holders accumulating. That's why volume was, in fact, so low. But now it's right in line with AVAX, Bitcoin Cash, HBAR, Chainlink, which are just obviously a little bit above here in terms of market cap. But the volume fits, okay? That's the biggest thing you need to know. Now, what we are seeing for Shiba Inu is a little bit of suppression. All right. And we're seeing this around the crypto market. I took the time to kind of walk through all the open interest in the charts. And what we're seeing right now is this weekend, shorts are betting heavily against the crypto market. Right now, there's a 13% imbalance in open interest in terms of Shiba Inu. Okay. So what this means is that right now there's 13% more short leverage than there is long leverage. They are trying to actively push prices down this weekend. Now, that being said, we are seeing some of the highest levels of open interest we have seen since all the way back in February. So Shib activity is in fact on the rise. And what we're seeing in terms of people capitulating, it's just shorter term holders. 1 month, 3 month, 3 month, 3 month, 4 month, 3 month. We obviously had that huge spike back on July 13th of the year. And that was just a bigger entity that did some dumping at that time. But for the most part, it's just been short-term people that have been unloading their bags. Most people for Shib still have this major long-term conviction. In fact, when we look at this overview, guys, this holder, this percentage by time for Shiba Inu holders hasn't really changed. Still 79% 1 year or longer, 19% between 1 to 12 months, and 2% less than 1 month. So we haven't even seen a huge burst in terms of Shib speculation yet. And that's why this pump is so fun, because it's a fundamental pump. Hopefully that makes sense for people. It means that we haven't seen this big burst of FOMO yet, but that's what tends to come following these. This is where, again, I think if Shib breaks out from these ranges, it may take until, around 402, but if it breaks out of these ranges, I think things are going to get a lot more lively in the crypto market. But don't think that right now they're not paying attention to what's going on with Shiba Inu, because in fact, what we have seen since July 1st is actually a 100% surge in terms of Shiba Inu search volume. You guys can see that was a 20 all the way back on July 1st. It's now a 40. So retail's waking up. They're starting to pay attention. We're starting to see some retail buying, but not a crazy amount yet. Okay. We look at for example, USDT dominance, still pretty much flat over the past several days, not doing a whole lot. A lot of the capital, even that's on the sidelines here, not making big moves in the market. But what is good for altcoins is that BTC dominance continues to drop. So the confidence is rising in the market. The momentum is rising in the market. And we haven't had a big FOMO wave yet. We haven't had a big push across the space. And that is, again, where Shib does its best. So we have breached our 200-day moving average, came back down, actually closed right on top of this yesterday. We're again above it today. And the more that we can start to separate from here, the better it's going to be. Just want to show everybody once again, this is what we're trying to break through in a big way. All the 100, our 50, and our 200-day moving, our week moving averages. Once we get past that, we are in great shape. So So yeah, we'll see how the weekend treats us. Hopefully it's a good one. I'd love to see us at least hold the levels that we're at, if not gain just a little bit of ground. But did want to show you guys too. I do still have my Shiba Inu long open. That's up 237%. Do have my XRP trade open. That's 158%. ADA long is still open as well. That one is 526%. And again, if you guys do want to trade on leverage, there is BTCC and Margex below for you guys in the description. You can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. Understand that there is some risk that comes with trading on leverage. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Where do you think we're going to be headed this weekend? Do you think we have another green week ahead of us? So have a great day. Show your love. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.